All right, so here is the pumpkin. Oh, jack-o'-lantern guy. I don't have a name for him yet. So as you can see here, so I added these little vines to the side here because I like to imagine this thing kind of like can like crawl and attack people with its rooty little barky vines. Of course, it's not done yet, right? This is all very rough. And then finally worked our way up on top to the spider egg. So this is taking me a while. I'm trying to carve out all the little eggs in here, big ones, and trying to fit small ones in. And then, of course, that's going to be kind of hanging over here. Still a lot more work to go. I'm going to continue on this little eggs, and then we'll probably be able to get into the fine detailing pretty soon here. I'm hoping I can get this done before Halloween. Back to sculpting. So what I like to do first is we're going to draw out circles where the eggs are coming out, because it's a lot easier to kind of map it out first before doing any sculpting. So what I like to do is kind of just like come in here and figure out where this one's going to be and how big it is. So we're just going to do a little circle here like that. That's actually a pretty good circle. Wow, go me. Then we're going to take that guideline and we're going to carve it out kind of like a little trench. So we're just carving that out with this kind of hook tool, which I really like. One of my favorite tools. Clay is kind of firmed up. I might have to water it down a little bit later, but it'll be fine. So we'll do that. And then after we get that little recess in there, I'm going to grab another tool like this, a little square, or I guess it's a little triangle. And then we're just going to kind of go on an angle here. And we're going to kind of bevel that edge there of the circle, just all the way around. It doesn't have to be pretty. These aren't going to be like symmetrically beautiful, They're spider eggs. So once we do that, take some clay, and then we're just going to kind of build it up around there, like so. And try and get that kind of protrusion looking kind of circle, right? Again, this is all very rough. We go from rough stages, and then we'll kind of make it all look nice later on. There we go. That's how I've been doing the spider eggs. And then we'll just kind of map out more all the way around here.
This was a very extremely tedious process. So the way I went about doing this first was I was going to just do one circle at a time and carve it out, but I decided to make it even faster just by laying out where the circles or where the eggs are going to be. Then after I lay it all out, I come back in and I just do them all at once instead of doing them one by one, because that would have taken a long time. And then just coming back in here and building everything up to make it look all egg sacky.
All right, I got it all blocked in. That took a while, not gonna lie. Now, next we're going to rake it all down, smooth it out, because egg sacs are smooth. And then we're going to get into, I think that's it. Yeah, get into the minor detailing. So that involves literally drying out the clay, or as I like to do it, dry out the clay with a heat gun in certain spots so it kind of gets like hard leather. And then that's when you can really do some crazy detail with this clay. Got to be careful though, because if it dries out too much, well then it's going to crack, and we don't want that. But yeah, now comes the tedious part of raking it all down and making it look smooth.
The raking tool I'm using is just a saw blade attached to a pen that it decided to make one day. With the saw blade, it has teeth, so it's very good to round out objects, bring clay from high points to low points, and smooth it out. And then using the back of that to smooth it out even more. And then there, I was using some water to see what this would look like once I smooth it all down, and I really like the look.
Raking is pretty similar to like sanding, right? The different grits. So what you could do is, use something with like teeth like this, get in there, and then you can get something with smaller teeth, like a thick guitar string, to to really rake it down even further and smooth it out even better, and then come back in with the water and really smooth it out. Then once it's all smoothed out, you can get into the fine detailing if that's what you're going for. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys that. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next vlog entry.